Yes, it's interesting. I got a real buzz one day when an article came out uh, in a conventional geological journal, and they actually referenced an article I'd written in a creationist magazine. And what it was some Japanese scientists had read that and decided to experiment themselves. I'd written an article about the rapid petrification of wood, and so what they did is they took some pieces of wood and suspended it with on ropes into a hot volcanic spring water in Japan. And over a 7-year period, they took one out each year and looked at it under the microscope. And they actually tracked the silica, the chemicals that were in the hot volcanic water. The water permeated into the wood, into the cells, and progressively over those few years, the silica had filled and totally replaced and petrified the wood. In my article, I'd referred, similar to the example you gave, of fence posts in outback Australia, where the farmer, the rancher, had come back years later to renew the fence and discovered that the post had become petrified in the ground. And so it's everyone knows it's a rapid process. They've even done it at springs, hot water springs in Yellowstone National Park, similar experiments. So it's well known that these processes are rapid. The only reason why people think in terms of millions of years is because they've been conditioned to think in millions of years. But experimental and observational evidence shows that these processes are rapid. So all you have to do is get animals, plants buried rapidly during the flood. And that's important because, remember, if you leave a dead cow out in the field, the vultures and other animals are going to rip it apart and it's going to rot and decay. You're not going to produce a fossil. You've got to bury it rapidly. And so millions of years isn't the solution. Rapid geological processes during the flood are, where the sediments are going to bury all the dead animals very rapidly, and therefore the conditions are right with the pressure. The chemicals that are buried in the water in the sediments are going to transform those into fossils, into coal very rapidly.